serious women researchers like Cezanne, which have taken the really conservative estimate, and she was one of the researchers. Okay, Susan Brown Miller, she estimated that something like 200,000 to 400,000 of these people, they've been raped. And many of them, they've been killed. That is the conservative, and it's exactly what they do in Baluchistan. In 1973 to 77, Pakistanis military, they've taken our people and throw them from the helicopter and filming them, by the way. Sick mentality of this fundamentalist establishment. The cause of all this problem is, then it goes to where? Is when you set a structure, set a structure which has no base, is just based on some sort of flimsy religious ideology, and you construct a country, a nation, by force, is what you get. Is Pakistan. It's not much different from the fascist Germany when you construct on that basis. So that's what they constructed, and in order to support this artificial state, what you need, you don't need to spend on education, you don't need to spend on health, you don't need to spend on infrastructure, you don't need to spend on all the welfare state. What you need, you just create one sort of huge monster, like more than 1 million military force. A country that cannot afford to feed most of its population, basically. And always, claiming that, okay, we are in trouble, and getting what? Getting support from West. So if you come back, one of my colleagues, they said, okay, they're very good. Yes, of course, in terms of diplomats are very good. With any, if you take any organization, any confederacy of criminals and crooks, yes, they can establish people which are good, very, very good in deception, lying, cheating, and killing. So these are very good. Of course, they've got, internationally, they've got markets. Of course, those people, they've got markets. So when they've got markets, they create the problem. Who created Taliban? The main source or incubator of Taliban, the main source or incubator of jihadis is Pakistan. It's not Afghanistan. Who said it's Afghanistan? Where do these guys they come from? So when you create that one, create problem in Afghanistan, and of course you need, and the second, you can kill them as well, because you have no value. There is no sense of human values. There is no sense of democratic values. You use people as ends, and ends, you created this monster, okay, fundamentally monster, that's your end. People who are the people, you can kill them as many as you like. That's the fundament, that's the principle of Pakistan, creation of Pakistan, and that's what they do in Baluchistan. Now, let's take, if I take you the other side, so it doesn't matter like if you take it Pakistan or in Iran is the same mentality. In 30 years, since the Islamic regime of Iran came, it's exactly the same mentality. They brought Islam, is one sect of Islam, Shia, one sect of Islam, Shia, that has got exactly the same principle that we want Shia Islam to expand. Who are the Baluch, who are the Kurdish, who are the, Azeri, who are the, so for them is exactly the same principle. So that's the notion. Just to give you really what happened like in Western Baluchistan. Again, this data are taken. I'm going to finish very, very soon, okay? So the data I gather from Amnesty International, which I think is very conservative in terms of, I can't blame them, in terms of gathering data. Between 2004 to 2009, according to Amnesty International, the number of people being executed in Iran is 1,000 1,481 individuals. So you can find them in their website. Okay, so this 1,481, which Islamic regime is very good in that sense. Okay, very efficient in terms of killing people. So if you take that one in relation to the population of Iran, which is 75 million, okay, then compare that one to the number of people they killed in Baluchistan. In the same period, they killed 800 Baluch, and out of population, if we say about like 3 million, okay, of Baluch population, and this data are taken, all of them, they're registered in Baluchistan Human Rights Activities Association, which is taken from all the different sources, then we see that 55% of all the people executed and killed in that Iranian border, okay, that if you call it artificial border, are Baluch. And when you compare it globally, this is the highest concentration of death or killing by state anywhere in the world. Okay, it's basic. All this data exists. So of course we haven't got the voice to raise it, but the Pakistanis and Iranians, they've got the voice, they've got the money, they've got the finance, and of course they are different from us because we value human rights, we value democratic rights, we value truth. Okay, and all demand is the demand that Baluch, like any other nation, has got exactly equal rights, and the equal rights is to regain its independence. It's the democratic right. If there is a law, there should be one law for all nations. Okay, if there is a law. And we are not asking anything else. Be democratic, don't kill us, just come and convince us that being with you guys is beneficial, is mutually beneficial. If it's not mutually beneficial, it's based on exploitation and is based on suppression, basically. That's all we want. The basic democratic rights, the democratic rights that we determine our own future. And if we want, we would like to have relationship with all our neighbors, with all the other nations, and that relationship is going to be based on mutual benefits. It's not going to be based on exploitation or suppression. Otherwise, if you impose us the artificial border that the colonial empires created, that is not going to solve our problem. Okay, thank you very much. Okay.
Thank you very much indeed. We have questions. Well, actually, before I ask you to give your questions, there are a couple of points I would like to make. The Taliban was not created by Pakistan, it was created by the United States and the CIA. Secondly, it's an interesting parallel can be drawn between what has been the greatest international cause célèbre since 1947. It's an issue which is the only specific issue of human rights abuse which has a fixed place on the agenda of the Human Rights Council. It is the problem of the occupied Palestinian territories. And for the same length of time, we have had the problem of occupied Baluchistan, and it is totally invisible. With sufficient international pressure, it should be possible to raise the visibility of this problem so that everyone knows about it. Questions for Mustafa?
I would like to ask Dr. Mustafa. Pakistan has been more than half of its existence under the military. Its state structure is very militaristic. Iran, under the mullah, talks about decimating entire nations and peoples. With such kind of states like Iran and Pakistan, can a peaceful struggle be an answer?
I think this is very, very difficult question. I'm personally against any violence. I think violence is the worst type of human behavior. and it's the type of behavior, because since you cannot rationalize, you use violence. But when it gets to the point that I think I consider myself as a rational being, but when you consider the situation or case, that if somebody is going to come to kill me and kick me out from my house,